Hello beauties. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. Today marks a new beginning of the engagement series. Enjoy. Alright guys, let's jump right in. So today I'm going to show you guys how I DIY'd my engagement invitations, well, engagement party invitations. First I went on Google and I didn't even go on Google. My fiance did, and he found an invitation he really liked and asked me to duplicate it to save a few bucks. So I was like, cool, I can do that in Picmonkey. So you're going to start by finding what you want to duplicate, and you're going to open it and put it on the side of your window so you can see it. Since we'll be using Picmonkey, you're going to hop on their website. You're going to click design. It's going to be in the header of options. You're going to customize your size. So I did 1800 by 3600 and it worked perfect for me. Once you select your size, your canvas will come up. On the left hand side of the screen, canvas color will come up and you'll select a transparent color. So your canvas will be transparent. Then we're going to go to the text and we're going to add a box. This is when you add you and your fiance's name. When I added me and Hopeton's name, I chose a font that was similar to the invitation I'm duplicating, but I wanted to make sure it was something I like. I chose Yuppie SC Regular, and it's not in the text for Picmonkey. It's actually from my computer. And then for the and sign, I chose Bilbo Swash Caps. So there are two different fonts for the header of the name and the and sign. Choose whatever you like, but this is what I really liked for us. The font size for our names is 200. And for the and sign, I believe I ended up amping it up to 410 because I felt like that's what looked best for the invitation. As far as the color palette goes, I decided on a soft gold and a soft pink. So do whatever fits you. You can even do your wedding colors if you have them picked out already, but I wanted to make sure it was something that me and him both like and it wasn't too feminine or too masculine. I changed the and sign just like the invitation I'm duplicating. I changed that to a different color, and I also ended up separating the and sign from our name because I got tired of trying to highlight each one, and it was easier to just click it and change it. So that's what you see me doing here. And then we have to go over to Google and find a sketch of a house. I went to the first one that I saw that had a black background and white sketch, and I found a house that I really liked, and I saved it to my downloads. When you save it to your downloads, you're going to open it up, click the suitcase, and then click the wand. You're going to highlight everything except for the house. Once you highlight it all, you're going to click edit and go down to invert selection and click crop. This will make your picture a PGN, which basically has the background as transparent. So you'll only get the house. You won't get the black square that it was on. And that's exactly what we need and what we're going for. Once you set up the house and you arrange it to where you want it, then we're going to go back to text and add a box. When we add this text, where I centered mine and I used Sue Ellen Francisco from the Picmonkey fonts, and I made mine 170 for the font. It worked out perfectly. After that, you'll select a geometric shape from the overlays, and you'll make it any color that you're not using for the invitation. And you'll see why we're doing that here in just a second. You'll select the same shape, which is the rectangle, the very first shape, and this time we're going to make it super thin because we're duplicating the invitation, remember, and they have those really thin lines. So we're making that here, and then you're going to go down in the overlays and go into arrows. You're going to pick the same arrow as me. Once you pick that part of the arrow, you're going to add that to the tail end of the line you just made so it can mimic the invitation. I zoomed in to the invitation to be sure that I was lining it up correctly. So be sure to do that as well, because you don't want to think it's lined up or assume it is, and then once you print it out, it doesn't look correct. After you do that portion of the line, you're going to do the shortly after text. I use Grand Hotel from Picmonkey. Made it a little smaller. I used 141 for my font, and I changed it to the golden color that I use for the and sign. And I duplicated the overlay. You just right click there over what you're trying to, the overlay you're trying to duplicate, and when you right click, it'll be in that options box. Move the rectangle up that we made previously to be sure that you are lining up your arrows correctly. So that's what we're using it for, basically as a measurement and to help us along the way. Once you feel everything is lined up correctly, you're going to change it to whatever color you chose. I changed all of mine to the golden color I've been using. I went on and zoomed back out so I can start with the next portion of the invitation. I typed that in and I used the font from my own font, and it's called Ping Fang SC Light. I used that font and I changed the text just a little bit to fit my preferences more. The only thing I did was change the typed and word to the and sign. That's all, nothing major. And after we are done with this, we're going to hop on over to Google and we're going to type in white outline, black background, diamond. That first image is going to pop up. You click that, and then I saw like the blinky diamond and I really like that one, so I saved that one to my downloads, and I pulled it up and I did the same thing we did earlier. Clicked the suitcase, clicked the wand, highlighted the background, clicked edit, invert selection, and then crop. Boom, there it goes. And you just hop back on Picmonkey and put it into your invitation, and that basically is all you do for those. Now we're going to hop back into the geometric overlay, grab a rectangle and make it really thin to make a divider just like on the invitation. Super simple. And then we're going to add text again, the line that says please join us. Type that in. Use the Trey Bouchette MS font. I have no clue how to pronounce that. And I centered it, and then I also put my cursor behind of and hit enter to make sure all of the words lined up correctly. After I finish with this font, I move on to the housewarming / engagement portion. On the invitation, this one is slightly a different color than the rest of the whites, so I'm also going to change this one to a soft pink. I type it out and I use overlock. Overlock text is in Picmonkey's, and I made this one a little bit smaller with the font of 135. Now we've moved on to party, so I typed that in, made it bigger, and changed the text to noteworthy, and that is under my own text, so it should be under yours if you have it on your computer. If you don't have that, use anything you like. It's just 100% based on preference. I also changed that color to the gold I used. I went back up and duplicated the divider I already made, so I wouldn't have to make it again, and it can be the same exact size as the one I already made. Make sure you line it up with the divider above it, and then you go back and duplicate the one you just made, except you make this one smaller, and then you're going to rotate it so it can mimic the little line on the bottom of the invitation. Okay, so now we've gotten to the bottom of the invitation and we are almost done. I used a lot of different fonts for the bottom of the invitation because I really like the way that look. For Saturday, I used Sign Painter House Script. That font in particular is also under it's on my computer, so it's under yours. I made the Saturday to 165 font. Then I added the date and I used Copper Plate Gothic, and I made that one smaller as well, and that looks like it's going to be less than 154. I'm pretty sure I shrunk that some more. And you add that right underneath in the center, and then you add the time. All of these different texts, like I said, is different fonts, and that kind of makes it look a little more customized. So I just went through and clicked different ones. For the 8 o'clock, I use Lucida handwriting, and that's also under yours, which is the fonts that's on my computer. So use the fonts that's on your computer or that's on Picmonkey, because it'll just make your invitation look more like how your personality is. So be sure to reflect what you like on the invitation, or what you and your fiance both like. I added the address. I use Revert Light for the Chicago, Illinois portion, and I made that fit right up under the address, and then the zip code was probably the smallest part, and I believe I used Noteworthy for that. So like I said, play with those fonts, figure out what you like, what you don't like, move everything around, and after you're done, you can move on to the next step. And we are almost finished, guys. Okay, so now that we are done maneuvering and adjusting this invitation, we are going to go through and change all of the black font to white. I did this because I wanted my invitation to be printed on black paper. So I'm also going to show you another way, just in case you rather have just like a black background and white paper. But however it suits you, I wanted to be sure to show you guys both ways. So go through your invitation and change all of your lines and all of your fonts and things. Make sure you change everything to white except for if you have color in some places, leave your color there, but change all the black to white because you want that shown on black paper, of course. After you are done changing everything, we're going to go up to the top and click save, and you are going to save this to your desktop. I would suggest leaving this window open in case you don't like something about your invitation. You can go back, you can click cancel in Picmonkey, and you can go back and make changes. So don't close out that window just yet. I want to be sure you guys are satisfied because I don't want you to have to do it all over again. You're going to open up a Word document, put your invitation on it, right click format picture, and then go to fill at the top, and you're going to fill the background with black. And this is an option for you guys if you want to send it out via text, like me and my fiance. We were going to get them printed, and then we were like, let's just send it out via text. And because we would have had to get a billion addresses and all of that, using a Word document can also help you if you want to get them printed, because you can adjust your height and your width of your invitation. So I also suggest using it for that. After you save your invitation, I would suggest saving it as a PDF so you can crop it if you want to send it as a text. And that is what I did. So I saved it as a PDF file. I opened it up. I clicked that suitcase again, and I cropped it out using the square. And after I did that, I sent it to my fiance to be sure that everything was okay before we sent it out. And since everything was, there were a few problems that I had, and I was so glad I kept the window open. That's why I suggested it for you guys. I went back and I fixed things I didn't like, and we were able to send it out. But yeah, guys, this is the end of this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you come back for more engagement series videos. I have no clue what I'm going to name this series yet, but I am so amped to start it because I've been trying to do it for so long, and now I finally have time carved out for it. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel or even visiting now. Subscribe if you're new and come back if you're old. Everybody's welcome. Have a great night, guys. Bye.